Yerp. What's goody team? What's goody team? Welcome to tonight's isolation session for September 23rd, 2025. Hope you guys all had a great day today. Hope you guys had a good trading day. For those who didn't take a trade, I hope you had a good boring day, man. I hope you all had a great day. Gonna give everybody till 7:05 to join. Give me 1 minute too. I went out fishing for a little bit. I didn't catch anything, bro. I was out there for about an hour and a half. I didn't catch no fish, and I got bit by 2 ants on my foot. How unfortunate. So technically, yeah, I got bit today. Not by fish. No fish bit the line today, but I got bit by ants. It's kind of crazy. But it's all good. It just wasn't my day on the lake, man. Alright. Just changing outfits, bro. Alright, so as always, we're going to be going over the pairs that you see on the right hand side with the red flag next to their name, starting off with AUD-USD, finishing off with US oil. Right, yesterday we did pretty much our market breakdown and our isolation session in one, right? So we didn't really see too much yesterday based on how price moved today. I haven't seen it, right? The last time I saw it was around 130. Let's see if price did the same thing for the last 3 pairs we left on, which was GU, EU, and what was the other pair? There was 3 pairs. I know we were looking at Tesla, but there was what was the pair for? Oh, US 30. Right, I know US 30 dropped like crazy, right? Did exactly pretty much around the same area of what we thought was gonna happen with price. We had these gaps. Price gave us the higher high. Started that downtrend. The downtrend happened in the 1 minute time frame. Right? So pretty close to what we saw was gonna happen. Price came down for the gaps on the 1 minute time frame. Waiting to see now where price is gonna give us the higher low. So then continue an uptrend. Or price is gonna start giving us the change of character break of structure to then continue back down. But we'll have to be patient for that. It's all good, bro. I'll throw some fish in the pond so you can have something. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, it was horrible luck, bro. E was out there. Like, we went out at the same fucking time. Tell me he, after an hour and a half, he caught like 7, 8 fish. I was like, yo, alright, I'm out of here. It was like 6:30, right? I'm like, I gotta go do the class. Yo, I'm out of here. As I'm walking back home from the lake, my brother comes out. He has his fishing rod. Cool. I walk past him, say what's up. He went to the lake, threw his rod. Right, he casted the line. As soon as he cast the line, he caught the fish. He caught a fish. I'm like, yo, you gotta be kidding me. I've been out here for an hour and a half. You just got here. I was walking back after he caught the first one, because I told him all that. I'm like, this isn't fair, man. He throws the first fish in the lake. He casts the line again. Boom, catches another fish. Yeah, I walked out. I'm like, yeah, I'm out of here. How I feel to be little bro? Yeah, I don't miss it, man. I don't miss it. I'm out there like, damn, I'm getting little bro left and right. But it's all good, you know, because I'd rather be little bro than ung. You know, I'm like, alright, I'm cool with being little bro, old man. Shit. So, you know, I think I'm cool about it. Right? Grandpa over here, who is E, soon as he fucking throws the line, catches a fish, that's old man shit. Like, he knows how to fish. Like, yo, All right, bro. I didn't know you were born with the caveman. I didn't have to hunt. You know what I mean? Like, I'm low, bro. I'm cool with it. My brother, on the same path. Yo, you guys are cool. You guys needed to hunt for your food. Alright, like, yo, whoop-de-doo, man. When he leave, when he leave you uncar, I'm cool with. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I got till Saturday, so I got a few days to enjoy the low bro status. Damn, I drank all my water already. I'm bugging. All right, we ready, guys? Let me know. Any questions in the chat before we get started? Any specific pairs you guys want me to go over? Any trades you guys took today? Anything on the watch list that you guys were looking at today? Let me know. If not, we'll get started. Small thing like that when you look back and really enjoy facts. You know, I love knowing that in a few minutes here, while when he comes back home and I'm in the middle of doing the class, he's gonna get the mic and tell everybody I suck at fishing. Watch, I'm gonna get bullied for this. You know, I enjoy it. Fuck it. I guess that's my definition of enjoyment. Cause these guys are so predictable. Watch, how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet mid class? Or we're gonna be 22. I'm gonna call it right now. What time is it? 7:07. We're gonna be 27 minutes into the stream. You're gonna hear somebody grab the mic talk about how I suck at fishing. Watch. I'd put a milli on it right now. He was trolling you on the other class, yo. I'm telling you, and craziest thing, he's laying down on the bed, and in the background, all I hear is him talking, like just trolling me in the background. I don't think you guys heard that part. Like over here trying to keep it together. I'd put fucking a mill on that, right? I'm gonna call out the exact time, yo. In 20 minutes, in the 27-minute mark on the stream, I'm gonna start getting trolled. Want to give everybody another minute? We'll get started. Again, any questions, let me know. Any specific pairs you guys were looking at today, let me know. Anything about this morning that you guys didn't really understand or have a question about, let me know. I gotta start putting some music in the background, but I kind of get bored of that those instrumentals. I gotta find another playlist. Alright, so let's get started with AU. Once again, we know that we are in level 3 on a downtrend overall, looking for price to give us a set lower high. So I don't like using whatever this is, the lower time frames. We're looking for a set lower high to look for price to go back down into these lower lows down here. Our second point of interest that we're looking for price to continue the push up is to fill this 30-minute gap up here. And this is where that lower high is going to be set to then continue that downtrend push. So regardless, what we want to look for is a change of character and a break of structure. Now, if that ends up happening, what we were saying yesterday is, I'm not really sure I would want to call this a change of character, break of structure here. Right? And the reason I don't want to call that is just based on the pullback that we have, based on the overall structure that we've been following for the last couple weeks. Right? So from having such nice and big pullbacks, it only makes sense to be like, all right, all of this is part of the same trend, right? All of this up until these lows. This is the change of character. And now internally we could see how price is still pushing up. Second reason I'm saying this, we have the 800 EMA. And the fact that price is respecting the 800 EMA and we're trending above the 800 again makes me believe, all right, this could just be the inducement, fake all the traders going short to really take it higher. So, want to be careful with that. The other reason why I'm saying that, if you go up to the higher time frame, what do we know happened? And this is why multiple time frame analysis is very important. On the 4-hour time frame, price gave us a change of character to the downside, lower low, lower high, gave us an inducement of the low. After the inducement of these lows, price pushed higher and gave us a change of character back to the top side, higher high. Could this be a higher low down here to then continue back into a higher high? 100%. So, all we're looking for is now just continuations. And again, if price wants to give us a set low, just so we're again going back to the same page. Remember, I'm only looking for short positions. These pushes to the top side they're just pullbacks. Right? I'm waiting for price to develop into those shorts. Give me that confirmation that price is gonna go short. I'm gonna go ahead and delete these drawings real quick. Price today just moved sideways. Damn, my eyes are mad dry. AUD similar structure. We're still in A1 on an overall downtrend, the first zone of consolidation. Lower time frame, when we go to the 4-hour, price was in a lower time frame zone of consolidation. It gave us a break above. We don't have no continuations on the 4-hour and on the 30-minute time frame. Price had given us a change of character and really similar to AU, right? So we're at a point where, do I want to call this a valid break? Same reason for AU, like we were trending so nice, right? For me to say that this small little move here is a pullback instead of just saying that this is all part of the trend until price stopped here and then started giving us a pullback, right? That's what would make sense, right? So for us to say that this is just all part of the same trend, lower low, and this is a pushback, lower high, and the fact that price gave us price went back up above the 800 EMA, that's just another big concern. If we would have started trending below the 800, then yeah, that would have made a little bit more sense to be like, all right, no, we're gonna definitely continue the push back down to the bottom. But the fact that we're above it, right, we're above the 50 EMA as well. We could see price bouncing off the 50 EMA. I can't feel comfortable saying that, yeah, this is a valid break of structure and we're looking for price to give us a retest somewhere in this area to go back to go back short. Damn, my voice just died on me. Kind of crazy. Imagine I lose my voice for next couple days on some stupid shit. So now the next question should be, well, where's your target? Right? Where are you expecting price to give you the push to the top side until it starts trending back down? And for me right now, what I'm looking for is literally just the top of the zone of consolidation. Because again, if we just look to our left hand side, rejected highs, rejected lows, rejected highs, rejected lows, rejected highs, rejected lows. One could only assume, also basing it off the left hand side structure. Wrong tool, sorry. Price breaks these highs here, then we know we have clean traffic for price to push back up to these highs here. We break these highs here, horrible line. Right? If we break these highs here, we know that we have clean traffic back to the top side. So, just basing this off of structure and looking at the EMAs on the daily time frame too, 50 is above the 200, 50 is above the 800 EMA. It looks like we're uptrending. So, sitting here and saying that, oh yeah, this is a good sell setup, it's very detrimental. Again, in my viewpoint of what I see right now on this chart. So, I would rather be patient. And it's a very similar situation to what happened this morning. Right? With some pairs, dude, I need to go grab water. I'm like losing my voice here. I forgot what I was saying. There were some pairs that looked okay. And when we went up to the daily time frame, 4 hour, when we really looked at it, it's like, not really. Based on how every time frame connects. Right? If the daily and the 4 hour are uptrending, 30-minute is downtrending, you know you're just in a pullback, right? You know that price was at a higher high, you're looking for a higher low. Right? Price on the 30-minute is giving you that higher low push, that downtrend that's making the higher low. Once you reach the higher low point, that's when price is going to start trending back to the top side to give you those internal higher highs and higher lows. Right? So I hope that made sense. Let me know if it made sense or not. I'll try to explain that in a different way if I have to, but regardless, I'm gonna keep it marked. I'm gonna keep it marked like this, but again, just with the understanding that this isn't a valid higher high, or I'm sorry, lower low, lower high point back to the bottom. Can you do me a favor? Hold on, go ahead, say it again.
What's up, Kendall?
See if he types in the chat. Yo, hold on. By the way, Kendall, if you're still listening, I was 7 minutes off the clock. He was showing you last class, and I'm like, yo, watch. He'll be here in the 27-minute mark on the stream. He'll be here. Yeah. I was 7 minutes too early. But, oh, then you've been here for a minute then. Oh, okay. told you to get me a cup of water, man. I'm dying here. Alright, so no questions in chat? Alright. Oh man. So with EA, we know we are in level 3 on an uptrend, right? We have the double bottom, push 1, first zone of consolidation, push 2, second zone of consolidation, and we're currently in push number 3. Push number 3, price gave us a higher high, higher low, and instead of giving us a simple higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, it decided to give us a zone of consolidation. So, not that trading zones of consolidations are impossible, they just require a lot more patience. Understanding that taking trades in the middle of the zone of consolidation is not a smart thing to do. Again, in the middle of the zone of consolidation is where traders are going to be trapped, right? All the traders who traded EA and thought this was a shoulder head shoulder, going short, boom, straight to stop loss. Traders who thought this was a shoulder head shoulder break, you have the retest now. Let's see what's going to happen, right? I am avoiding every trade in the middle of this area because of what we're seeing, where every trader is getting their confirmation, whether you're a trader going short or a trader going long, you're getting entries for both. 30-minute time frame, we're still trading higher high and higher low, right? So while one time frame is telling us price is going to go short, the other time frame is still telling us we're going long. So in these areas, I just decided to stay out. Once we have clean structure. Yeah, I ate a little bit as soon as I got here. But it was the rice that was left. For EuroCAD worked out. Yeah, once and that water was really good. Once what 12? What time was it when we were on stream? 12:30 almost. Like 11:30, 11:45. I don't think it was 12. Right. So once we'll start on the 30-minute time frame, right? Because I wanted to lead these drawings, and we'll start on the 30. So we know that overall we're in peak high territory. We're still in an uptrend, right? When we're looking at how price is moving, higher high, higher low, as I marked this morning, right? Higher high. Then price gave us an inducement of the low, lower low. So right now we're just targeting the highs. We started looking for the continuation trades, but today price decided to be weirdos and just give us a zone of consolidation. Didn't give us a break before the NYC session, so made it just a little bit more difficult to where you just needed to be patient for this trade, right? So once we got back to the bottom of the zone of consolidation, once we started, inducing the lows, once we saw that it created another lower low point, right? We went back to these lows, we tapped these lows, price gave us an inducement of the low. That's when we started going to the 1 minute time frame, right? So from the 30-minute to the 1 minute. This is where price started turning around. 1 minute time frame, we had lower low, lower high, lower low. Price then gave us a change of character, higher high, higher low. Break of structure, higher high, gave us a higher low point on the 50 EMA. That could have been the entry. So yeah, I think we missed this by like what, 30 minutes? Because I left, yeah, we got off the charts at 12, exactly 12. Because we were still on the charts when this had printed. So I was like, yeah, it just gave us a testing candle when I got off the chart. I'm like, I'm done. Getting too late, so this was definitely a missed opportunity for today. EuroCAD was a pretty good trade to look at, so it's all good. Two days of rise, but price already reached our previous peak highs. It already reached 30-minute high, 4-hour high, daily high, I'm not really expecting another push, right? Right now, this is the territory where if you caught the trade perfect, once you're at these highs, you need to wait it out. And our confirmation is going to be once we get a valid break of the 4-hour, once we get a valid break of the daily time frame, and once we get a break of the 30-minute highs, which again, they're all in the same place. Once we get a valid break of these highs, that's when I'll start looking to take those trades to continue back to the top side. But for right now, I'm taking a step back, waiting for those breaks to happen, and then I take the trade. And again, we're in peak high territory. We're in the highest point in the market. We have push 1, push 2, push number 3. So, just going to be patient with EURUSD. But that was a really good trade today. EURUSD, we are in level 2 on an uptrend. Looking for price to bounce off the 200 EMA. We know that price left a gap here at the top of the zone of consolidation, very close to the 200 EMA. We're currently trading at a higher high where price, again, very similar to what happened with ACAD, price decided to just give us a zone of consolidation. No valid breaks of the daily high, just gave us an inducement candle. On the 4-hour time frame, again, no valid break of the 4-hour high, it was just an inducement candle. No other candle closed above the wick. They all closed below it, pushed right back down to the bottom. And on the 30-minute time frame, price gave us a change of character, higher high, higher low, break of structure, higher high. But again, same reasoning as, or similar reasonings as to why I'm not looking at EURUSD. Because even though we have a change of character and a break of structure, the highs that price reached when it made the higher high was those external highs that we needed to see price give us a valid break of for us to say that this is a higher high point and for this to be a higher low to continue that push to the top side. So the fact that price didn't give us that valid break on the daily or the 4-hour, I can't expect price on the 30-minute to continue this trend up to the top side. And again, I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know and I could go over it again. I'll try to explain it in another way. Anything at all, let me know. Very similar to this week. Right? There was another trade entry here on the 5-minute time frame. But why didn't I take this trade on the 5-minute? Because price didn't give us a 30-minute break. If price would have given us the 5-minute break and it also would have given us a 30-minute break and then would have given us a pullback, would have taken the trade. So it's the same thing here on the daily and the 4-hour. If price would have given me a valid break of the 4-hour and the daily time frame high, then I would have started looking to take trades on the 30-minute on the higher low point to continue that push to the top side. Yo, these ant bites on my foot really hurt. Right, and then on the 5-minute we have lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And then price today pretty much at 3 in the morning. Well, we tapped into the zone a lot today. So pretty much if you were in this trade anywhere between 3 in the morning and 10 a.m. and you just held this position, right, you had the change of character, the break happened here, so you're looking at this structure. Alright, let's say you got in, what time was it? We're on this chart 9. That's a 21 pip stop. Let's see if we could have used anything else. What is this? 14 pip stop is not bad. Not horrible, right? But based on the TPs that we would have had, what was STP for Euro USD? 49 pips. Price didn't even hit today. But again, realistically speaking, EU very similar to GU. You're stuck in a range, guys. That's all it is. Alright, so once we get a break of this, get the retest, if you notice it, look to your left hand side. Clean traffic up until we get to these highs over here. So this is where we'll look for price to do this, and then it's going to do the exact same thing that it did here. It's either going to consolidate, right? We're either going to get a simple break, retest, to then continue. And again, if you look to your left hand side, clean traffic all the way up until these highs over here. The same thing's going to happen. If it breaks, highs, boom, goes back up to these highs. And we'll be looking for the exact same thing. Right, so this is the just two reasons why I wasn't really interested in these trades on EU. And it all stems from, again, the higher time frame. Fact that price never gave us those valid breaks. These lower time frame trends that we see, these bullish confirmations, they just are not high probability. They're not high probability. I want to keep this marked up here as well. It's going to be a lot on the screen, but if we gotta hide them, then we'll do that tomorrow morning. GA. We are in peak high territory, right? We have push 1, push 2, push number 3, reached the previous peak highs over here, created new highs, and then price started moving sideways, just consolidating. So this is another pair, peak high territory. We're stuck in a zone of consolidation. I'm not looking to trade this. We can see that the last couple of days, price has just been moving sideways, trapping traders, making you believe that this is a shoulder head shoulder, breaking lows to continue, and then it goes up, hits your stop loss, hits your break even, then goes back down, gives you crazy pushes to the bottom side, going back up, just trapping traders left and right. So for me, this is a pair I'm staying away from right now. I'm scared of it. GCAD. We don't trade in peak highs or peak low territories. Unless there's a clean setup, I'm not trading in peak high or peak low territory. GCAD, we are in level 3. Right, our previous peak highs are all the way up here, so we still have a little bit to go. On the push to continue the trend instead of just giving us a sorry. Instead of them just giving us a picture perfect trends, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, decided to just give us a zone of consolidation. And once again, the same situation applies with GCAD like it did with EU and what was it, GA, the other one, or ECAD? We still don't have a valid break of the daily highs, the same way we didn't have a valid break up here. What does that mean? If we don't have a valid break, I can't say that these small pullbacks, right? This little higher low that could have been higher low to higher high, I can't call these high probability because price never gave me a valid break of the highs. Right? So is the same thing that's happening now for this month on GCAD. On top of the fact that it gave us testing candles, it never gave us a break of the high, was inducing the highs. It also gave us exhaustion candles. That lets us know that price is tired of pushing up and we're going to go down. So, once again, I can't feel comfortable telling myself, hey, GCAD is going to continue this push to the top side, even though the higher time frames has confirmations of price giving us exhaustion candles, right? Giving us testing candles, inducing the highs. Katuka. Candle. Diablo tadita. He was here. I don't know where he went. Yo, those ants really fucked me up. The ants? They fucked me up. Toe was swollen. I had to put like a. Nah, you imagine? Yeah, it was gonna thunderstorm here. Oh, you're here now? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope the power doesn't go out. When it gets like, if it gets really bad, yeah. Alright, so no valid break on GCAD. Gonna go on to the next one. GJ, we are still in an uptrend. On the daily time frame, we have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. On the push back to the higher high, price gave us a zone of consolidation. Daily time frame price gave us an engulfing candle. Let me mark this up. Daily engulfing. Right, gave us this daily engulfing candle. 4-hour time frame price didn't give us a nice break, just an inducement, not a valid break. At this point, price hasn't given us an engulfing candle on the 4-hour. Still not gonna move the 4-hour highs just yet. And 30-minute, we can see price is just consolidating. Really big zone where price is just rejecting lows, rejecting highs, rejecting lows, rejecting highs, going back to the middle, rejecting highs, going back to the middle. And these last 2.5 days, price has been moving sideways. We have no trend. Price on the 30-minute, when we zoom in, we have a change of character to the bottom side, and as soon as we got that change, price just moved sideways. Rejected the lows again and just went back into that consolidation. So if price it already gave us the inducement on the 4-hour. On the 30-minute now, what I'm looking for is if price decides to give us a valid break of the lows, take that trade back down to the bottom. But if price decides to continue this push to the top side, I'll be looking for price to give us a valid break of the 4-hour high somewhere in this area to then continue back up. Take my trades here and we'll continue. And then do the same thing. When price gets back up to these highs, and again, once you guys can see, if we get these breaks, we have clean traffic on the left hand side. Once price gets back up to the 30-minute highs, do the same thing. Either looking for price to break to then continue that uptrend push that we're currently in, or this is where price is going to give you the inducement to then start that downtrend push. Then for the day, We had a day of no nut. Good evening, bro. It's raining here. I could barely hear anything. It's all good, Albert. He says, "What's goody?" GU on the daily time frame. Doing it with my palm. I have to put vapor rub on it. GU, we are in level 2 on an uptrend, currently at a higher high. Looks similar to GJ, but on a lower time frame. In the sense where price, instead of giving us a clean higher high, higher low back to the higher high, decided to just give us sideways movement, zone of consolidation, prices ranging, rejecting highs and rejecting lows. We just gotta be patient. Price a few days ago gave us a change of character back down to the bottom, and we could see how price started reacting after that. For example, today we zoom in. Price gave us a day of no nut today. Absolutely no movement. So we'll wait it out. We have no continuations on the 4-hour, nothing on the daily time frame. Again, price just kind of moving sideways here. Looking, if we go to the 1-hour, right? Go switch back from 1 hour to the 30. And then we'll talk about the 4-hour and why I'm looking at this. So shoulder head shoulder. Price gave us an inducement of the low. Once I start seeing price give us that change of character and break on a lower time frame, I expect price to continue this uptrend push back to the top side. Remember, on the 4-hour, we're looking for price to give us a break of this lower high point here. We ended up getting that break. So could we say that this is higher high, higher low? And again, we know that this could be a higher low because on the 30-minute, once you go down, let's turn the session breaks on again. The higher low push is price going down on the lower time frame. So that higher low that you guys see being developed on the 4-hour is 30-minute time frame price trending down. So once I start seeing price uptrend again, give us the change, give us the break, that's when I'll start taking these trades back to the top side. We currently have lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character, and as soon as price gave us a change of character, price just started moving sideways. So I want to see a valid break of these highs, which we currently don't have. Oh, hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. My bad, Albert. Check your Discord. Alright. Um, for A, oh yeah, if it's what you were saying about ACAT, I went over it in the beginning of the stream. Let me see if there's something else that I missed because I have notifications everywhere. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright, so for GU, we know we're looking for a valid break of these highs. Also, as confluence, we have the 800 EMA. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Hey, you're not nice. We have the confirmation of the 800 EMA. So the fact that the break of the BOS of the structure and the break above the 800 is happening in the same place, it's gonna be a good place to start looking for a trade. So definitely keeping GU on my watch list for tomorrow. NZD USD. We are in A2, second zone consolidation on a downtrend. Thank you, no problem, Albert. No continuations on the daily, stuck in a zone of consolidation on the 4-hour. Stuck in the lower low, looking for that lower high to be set. I need to delete all of these drawings. Hold on. Right, for today, price just consolidated. Yesterday, price just consolidated. 2 days of no nuts. Very similar. Very similar to the last pair. Gave us higher high, higher low, higher high, change of character. Back down to the bottom, lower low. So, if price decides to give us the break, then we'll continue to catch those continuations. But once again, we're at the bottom of the zone of consolidation. We're at the lower low. Not really that interested. Once we get that break, then I'll be more interested. So we'll wait it out. 2 days of price moving sideways. The dirty 30. You know what I really want? Taco Bell. Have you tried their breakfast? Supposedly it's really good. But they don't the Taco Bells by here don't have breakfast. US 30 trading at a higher high, peak high territory. Did give us a valid break of the daily, it gave us a valid break of the 4-hour, gave us the valid break on the 30, and just continued the trend. When we just keep an eye on what happened with price today. Right, I want to start off on the 30. Yep. That's crazy. Start on the 30-minute, my bad, guys. Right, just so I could start deleting some of the drawings little by little. So we knew that we were trading still on an uptrend, right? We have higher high, higher low. Price gave us a valid higher high push to the top side. Once 930 hit, crazy push to the top side. Hit STP, did a little bit more than STP, and then started that downtrend push back down to where those gaps were on the lower time frame. Right, so price did what it had to do. Gonna delete these lines. Gaps were already filled. Gonna delete the drawings. And then today, price finished on a day of drop. We still have another gap on the 5-minute that price never filled. But we're still trading between this higher high, higher low, and these higher highs over here. Keep an eye on US 30 for tomorrow as well. That'll be interesting with what GU looks like it wants to do. USD CAD's another pair that's just been stuck in a zone of consolidation as well. We have a 4-hour bearish engulfing candle, daily time frame. Technically on the daily highs and lows, we're still trading between a previous higher high, higher low, but could we be stuck on the first zone of consolidation on a downtrend in A1? We could be. Right on the 800 EMA, moving sideways. Price is rejecting highs and lows on every single time frame. So, my next point of interest for USD CAD, because even when we look at our 30, we're still trading higher high, higher low, higher high. After price gave us that previous higher high, just started moving sideways, and we've been moving sideways since August 25th, rejecting lows and rejecting highs. So we'll be patient with USD CAD. Once we start trending, I'll start looking to take those trades. But trading in those smaller time frame zones of consolidations, we'll wait for price to either give us rejections to continue, or we'll wait for the breaks. USD ZAR at the bottom of the zone of consolidation in V2, still making lower lows and lower highs on the lower time frames. Once price starts turning around, starts giving us higher highs and higher lows, that's when I'll start looking to take the trades. Change of character, break of structure. 30-minute time frame, we have change, low, lower, high. Right, is that the real break didn't really happen till here. We got 2 weeks of no net. Then last week price gave us a week of drop. I'm sorry, 2 days of no net. Then price gave us a day of drop. Right, so the 4-hour lows we're gonna have to put it here. These 4-hour highs and then the 4-hour lows. Still don't have any set lows yet, but I'm gonna keep it marked here. If we need to update this tomorrow morning, then we will. We'll give it some breathing room for price to move. and we've reached that daily engulfing candle at the lows at the bottom of the zone of consolidation. So I want to also take a look at the 5-minute. Why isn't this letting me? We're still trading lower lows, lower high, lower low. Once we get that change in break, then I'll start looking to take these trades again. Last couple pairs, guys, again in the chat. Any questions, let me know. Anything you guys want me to explain again, let me know. If not, we'll be done in the next 5 minutes. These last couple pairs here, I'm not really keeping too much attention to them. Right, gold is in peak high, just keeps flying. Gonna wait for price to give me a pullback. I'll take the pullbacks. Price then wants to start making higher highs and higher lows after we get the pullbacks, then we'll take those trades back up too. But right now in peak high, we have no structure on the left hand side. Not doing it. We have to continue to move our daily highs. We don't have any set highs just yet. Same thing with the 4-hour. All of this is part of the same trend. We're trading between this 4-hour high and then on the 30-minute, price gave us higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So we're trading between these. Higher lows down here. And similar to the 4-hour and the daily, our 30-minute highs have not been set just yet. But we'll keep it marked like this. If we gotta change it tomorrow morning, then we will. We have 3 days of rise. After 3 days of rise, could be expecting the 4th day to be a day of drop or a day of no net. Drop or chop. Let's look at the 4 and the 1-hour. No engulfing candles just yet. The 30-minute almost. Let's go down to the 5 and the 15. 15-minute. Candle doesn't have a bottom wick, so it would not be valid. Then we have this one here. So we had an engulfing candle at 2 p.m. It was a nice retest and went right back down. Right, but this was after ADR. So let's go down to the lower time frames. See if there's any 5-minute or 1-minute change of character breaks, but no. Price, as soon as it gave us this last BOS, it just flew. Didn't even give us a pullback. So we have a pretty big zone on the 1-minute and the 5-minute time frame as to where structure is, right? We're trading between this higher low and this higher high. So similar situation to yesterday and the day before. Can't start getting into these trades going short too early, guys. Same thing that we saw last week too. If you get into the trade too early, you're gonna go straight to stop loss. Am I losing my voice or what? BTC Hey, that drawing I had from yesterday from the markup, kind of spot on, huh? No continuations on the daily, nothing on the 4. Right on the 4, what we wanted to keep an eye on was this structure. If you seen, was a shoulder head shoulder. Seeing it on the 30-minute as well. Wanted to see price give us the break. It gave us the change of character when we're looking at 30-minute structure as well. After the change, we're looking for a valid break. The fact that price induced these lows a couple times already, right? 1, 2, 3. We'll see what price wants to do. If we could start trending back to the top side, give us a change, give us a break on the 5-minute time frame, then we know price is going to continue to push to the top side. But if it gives us a break after the change of character, then we could continue to see price give us a steeper pullback. So we'll be patient with it. So far, markups were spot on from what we talked about yesterday. And opposite of what gold is doing, Bitcoin gave us 3 days of drop. After 3 days, the market must move sideways or go back up. So we'll keep an eye on these pairs. Probably could catch something decent tomorrow. Last but not least, US oil. We are in level 2 on a downtrend. We have push 1, first zone of consolidation. The start of push 2 that gave us the break, gave us the lower low point, gave us the lower high. And now we're looking for those continuation trades from the lower high going back down into the lower low. On the 30-minute time frame, price gave us a change of character. It hasn't given us that valid break just yet. Price decided to just give us a zone of consolidation where price is rejecting lows and rejecting highs the entire time. So as soon as price gives us that valid break on oil, that's when I'll start looking to take those trades to continue that push into the overall lower low point. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Any questions, let me know. Any other pairs you want me to go over? Anything in specific you want me to talk about, let me know. If not, we'll be done. I'll give you guys another 2 minutes here. If no questions in the chat, we'll be back tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. for the live trading session.